What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my stream, my first impressions of Valor and Victory Stalingrad. So this is the new DLC. It just came out from Matrix Games, Slytherin slash Matrix Games, and developed by Yobo War Games. Really like this developer because they made some really cool titles like, where is it? Battle for Iwo Jima, which got some really good reviews. And then there was another game I played with them, besides actual Valor and Victory. I forgot which one it was, but it was another. Now, I put two links in the description, one for the Steam, right, for the Steam release, and one for the Matrix game slash Slytherin site. I always recommend buying it from Matrix Games Slytherin, even though I'm a diehard Steam user, right? The cool thing with buying it from Matrix and Slytherin is, like, you can buy it there, get the copy, download it physically, right? And then also get a Steam code, all right? So you can just add it to your Steam library. So you get like a 2-for-1 kind of thing. And this comes in handy just in case, like, I don't see this happening, but like way down the road, if something happens to Steam, which I highly doubt will happen, but it's always good to have a backup copy, right? Yeah. All right, so I am gonna start this game up, and let's see. Stalingrad, the most bloodiest battle fought in, well, history, I think. World War II squad level game system. All right, new game. So I played the Normandy ones, and then the Battle of Stalingrad. Germany and its allies fought the Russian city. 2 million casualties. Jeez, man. Oh, there's a bunch. Okay. Ooh, I like this. This is cool. All right, I heard about the railway station. Let's say the beginning, right? German assault on Stalingrad proper begins with a two-pronged drive on the center, especially southern districts of the city. This is mostly a residential area with huge apartment blocks of workers' housing. Since August 23rd, the city has been bombed viciously by the Luftwaffe, and already on the charged shells of concrete structures remain. Here, elements of the 14th Panzer Division and Sturm, not gonna pronounce that, of Panzer Regiment 36 push into what's left of the Yelsanka suburbs, resisted by desperate elements of the 593rd Rifle Regiment, 131st Rifle Division. Okay, so there's 6 turns. Attacker must control 3 objectives. Attacker is obviously Axis. I do want to play as Axis. Let's do that. Axis turn. Got my black coffee here. The game that I want to get from Matrix, and I'm, I haven't been able to because literally my expenses have been I've been going up. My wife was on maternity leave, and her job doesn't do paid maternity leave. It's like, hey, do maternity leave on your own. We might take you back, kind of thing. It's Virginia, so she had to go on maternity leave for like 2-3 months, and like that literally just empties out your savings account. So I had to help out, and it's kind of crazy. And this is our second child, so they had to do that twice. I miss the days of Apple. I wish there were more companies like Apple, and a lot of people don't know this. I think it's public knowledge. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's part of my NDA anyway. But in Apple, if you go on maternity leave, Apple does not give you 3 months. They do not give you 6 months. They do not give you 9 months. They give you 12 months paid, full salary. Freaking. I remember when I first heard that, I was like, what? Are you serious? And I mean, obviously I'm a guy, so I'm like, oh, that'll be great if my wife works for Apple. And they said, there's paternity leave. I'm like, oh. So initially, Apple was like 3 months paternity leave. Now they're like, yeah, we're just going to give you a year of paternity leave. So there was like, we had a couple guys in the place that their wives got, pregnant. And, I didn't see him for a year. I'm like, what happened to you? It was like, dude, my wife gave birth. I'm like, oh, and you were on the maternity leave. And he's like, oh, yeah, paternity leave. And I'm like, oh, okay. Wow, that was a long time. He's like, yeah, I know. And it's funny because, like, I think been with the company, like, I don't know. I think Sean's been with the company, like, I don't know, 10, 11 years. And he always says, it's just like, yeah, I'm probably one day I'm going to move on. And he's been saying that for like 5, 6 years. But you can't beat the medical, dental, and all that benefits. And so, wow. Okay, this is cool. All right. And then we got some. Nice. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Okay, and then... So I haven't played this game in a little bit. So I am new, sort of. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not going into reading mode. I totally forgot how to move, guys. Okay, so... You have no light barrage missions available to use. All right, no artillery. Oh, I have 5 airstrikes. Okay, and then what does this do? I like that the developer did that. So this is to me is a cool thing that developers do, and it's really for developers that, what's the word I'm looking for? They think on their feet. Right? And what I mean by that is a lot of developers just like, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Like, well, how are they going to figure that out? And they always forget to put in these pop-ups for people that don't play the tutorial. So for people like me. Jeffrey Portman says, World War II online. Yeah, I got to play that. I heard some good things about it. All right, let's see what this says. All right, if a leader is present, the player may split any of their full squads into 2 half squads. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is really cool. I like that. And then how do I bring that back up? Oh, there we go. Okay, and you can move to fire phase. All right, so I'm kind of getting the idea of this. I don't know what -1 means. How do I move my guys? And these are the Russians. I want to move up here. Okay. Do I have to move on to the next phase or something? Okay, I definitely have to do something, because let me, I guess, click that. Okay. Like I said, it's a little bit of a learning curve. Okay. So movement-wise, I lost my movement phase. Casually inflicted. Oh, missed. Okay. Okay. Missed. Nice. Okay. All right. right, so I would figure move phase would be first, right? All right. Let me just make sure I check my objectives. Sounds like a motor dying. Turn effects on or off. Display keyboard shortcuts. Take screenshots. Okay. And I'm assuming that's quit. Yeah. I keep clicking that bloody button. Bilko says use the binos to see line of sight. Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. Looking out for us noobs. Are they firing at me? Target missed. Alright, so... if that's the way the engine sounded back then, I'd be scared to be in it. Alright, I'm going to put these vehicles here to provide cover. Alright, let me get one squad. Okay. All right, but before I continue, I'm thinking these are the objectives I'm thinking. Right? I have no smoke to use. What does this do? Low exit map with selected units, infantry units. This would be really cool touch-based game, you know, on mobile devices. I'm going to get a whole swarm of comments of like, no, no. But I'll be honest, guys, you know, when you have 3 kids, it's so much easier to be like, you know, the only thing you could really have in your hands is your phone, right? And I have Access and Allies now on the phone, 1942 on both Android and iPhone. And I can tell you, like, it allows you to kind of like relax, do some gaming when you have 3 kids, like a baby in one hand, the other one running in front of you, the other one, you know, running around the house. So, you know, can't have a laptop around because, yeah, barely could have a tablet around. Son's literally, I think, like, kicked my tablet or did something to it when I was like a couple of feet away. Bilko says, oh, you're a noob yourself. Ah, so we're in the noob club. If you click binos the enemy unit, it shows what he can see as well. Oh, okay, I appreciate that. That is cool. I'm assuming not during the movement phase though. Alright, let's move on. Ah, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Okay, very good. That's going to come in handy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. AI defensive phase. Ooh. Shh. Good. I was worried for a second. Aye. Combat results. I have no idea what the APFP. I don't know if going down is better or being up is. Okay, interesting. Advance and assault phase. I was thinking of having them cross the street to do some flanking, but they'll get slaughtered here. I would have to do like some kind of smoke, which I don't think I have. Hmm. Oh, cool. You could stack 2 units on top. Nice. So one of these is attack defense, right? And then I think another one's movement. I'm gonna have to do this because, right, it's not gonna do a pop-up. No. I definitely have to take a look at this because I have no idea what those things mean. Okay. Okay. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. So for this thing, this is attack APFP, modified dice roll, help button, attack results, resulting casualty points. Okay, so that's what that means. Interesting. Was it gonna tell me the what the things are? There we go. Okay, so AFP, I'm assuming that's attack, right? Casualty rating. Huh. Front armor, rear armor. Okay, so it's a little bit different. APFP, casualty rating. Usually with, like, it would be like attack, movement, defense. So this is different. I have to figure out what APFP means. APFP. Oh man, 15. Anti-personnel firepower, that's what that means. Okay. Okay. And casualty rating, I don't know, that's... Okay. I just wish they would have done like attack, defense, and like movement or something like that, you know? It would be much more easier to kind of like... Ally turn. Oh! They abandoned my... Oh, did my guys just abandon? Yeah, they did. Good. Does it affect them otherwise? Like, does it affect my AFP, APF? Oh crap, pinned. Does it affect their APFP and casualty rating? Defensive fire mode. My guys are pinned down though. I don't think they're. Oh, they might. So you're pinned down. Let's use grenades. Nice. Yeah, let's do it all. Dang, really? Open fire! That's close. Oh, wow, nice. I wonder if like ammo becomes like if they run out of ammunition, if that's one of the things. Okay, Bilko says, I think it determines which table you use for dice rolls. Ah, okay. I love the podcast. I appreciate that, man. I have the what do you call it? The Grand Tactician podcast. I'm gonna publish it in March. If you don't want to wait, you can go to developerdialogue.com or patreon/developerdialogue.com. I think it's like $1, and then you can get the uncut version. I'm also trying to get developers to do like virtual, what do you call it? I was going to announce something for the Developer Dialogue Patreon supporters, where on top of like the uncut footage, you would get like a video tour of the developer's studio. So like I touched base with Grand Tactician and Battlefront.com, and it, they weren't really on board with it, which is fine. I mean, I know it's a lot of them don't have like offices. They have like home offices, and they were mentioning like, hey, my like home office is a bit messy and stuff like that, which mine is too. But I'm also talking to Slytherin and Matrix to see if I can get some, reaching out to them, and they're going to reach out to their developers, see who's interested in doing like video tours of their like home offices or studios, wherever they work at. Because I always feel like, we get like studio tours of like the big EA games or DICE and stuff like that. But what about like, like Yobo War Games, right? Like I want to see how they make games like this. Are they using like a laptop? And if so, what kind of laptop? What are the specs? Are they using an Inspiron? Are they using, what is that freaking company with the green Spec? No, it's not Spec. I forgot the name of them. Or an HP or whatever. Are they using a MacBook Pro? What kind of computer? What are the specs? What do they got around their room that kind of gives them inspiration? Kind of things like that. So I'm trying to get that. I'm waiting for an email back from Slytherin and Matrix. And hopefully when the pandemic's over, I can actually go there and like film professionally, kind of thing, which would be kind of cool. All right. I think I did all the, yeah. All right. So, this is Allied Advance. Axis time. Okay. So what I'm planning to do is hit here, so these boys can cross, and I can get like a left flank on them. Or hit their right flank, I'm sorry. Zoom, boom, boom. Oh! Somebody got hurt. Should I do it one more time? Nah. What do you do during that command phase? I guess that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that yet. I guess I can't get them to disembark. I have 2 squads here. These guys are pinned. What if I can cross and then get in there? Let's try that. Missed? Daggone. Alright. Fire phase. Okay. All right, let's fire them up. Nice. Okay, good. Pinned them. Dang it. Nice. Good. Dang it. Okay. Ooh, phase. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is shoot. How bad? How bad? How bad? No effect. Good. They're firing at me. To hit. Oh, shit. Daggone. Crew bailed out. Then bail out well enough. All right, let's see. What else? And then next turn, right? Is this the move phase? Yes, it is. All right, leave it like that. Oh, if I use them during the fire phase, I can't use them in the move phase. AI defensive fire. Go ahead. Try to shoot me. No damage. Shit. 2 casualties, damn it. Good. Okay, so now it's my Axis and assault phase. Okay. That's the farthest you can move? Donnie. Allied turn. I'm gonna lose. I'm just gonna say it. It'd be kind of cool though if, like, you know, when the air attacks happen, that they would do actual physical damage to the building. Oh, I like that effect though. Good. Figure 2 casualties on top of the other 2 casualties that I had. Okay, good. AI move phase. All right, do your movements. You know, we're gonna have. I'm gonna have 2 squads on top of you in a second, my friend. Axis defensive fire. Okay. Anti-tank grenades. We're definitely hitting him. Damn it. Come on. Dang it. Concentrate all your fire on him. He has anti-tank. Oh, come on, seriously? Run! Oh, wow, okay. Nice. Okay, cool. AI, advance and assault phase. Oh, crap. Rally! Alright. Oh, there's a bug, look. If you go up on the screen. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bug. You have to use the up arrow key. Oh, what the? That's weird. That's weird. Okay. All right. Access command phase. That's pretty much just, you know, using these things, which I really don't have any. Let's see. I really feel this was made for like tablets because of the big buttons. Let's see. Nah, I think we're good. Nice. Okay. You, sir. Jeez, I would think these two armored vehicles would be punishing these guys. There's only one guy that left. Man, he's holding tight. I don't think he has any more, what do you call it, shoot. Okay, he has anti-tank grenades. Grenades. So, I gotta be careful here. We're definitely gonna pound this building. Just do that. Hello. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, cool. Nice. I like that. You don't have anti-tank, so I'm not really worried. Full damage, that's right. And defensive fire. Oh, crap. Oh, so those are they firing anti-tanks from that distance? I gotta check. Pinned. Ay. All right, Axis assault. So this will be hand to hand. I don't know if I want to do hand to hand. Do you have any choice? What if I hold Control, Alt, no, Shift, no. I think you do have to actually do an attack like that. Oh, yeah. I lost some casualties. Let me see. Leadership. Defender, attackers, anti-personnel fire at 16. They had 9. Dang, I lost 5 guys. Okay. Well, such is life. I'm gonna wait for next turn. Allied fire phase. It's like I still have those tanks. I'm still in the game. You will not break my tank. Actually, the other. Man, it's getting cold in my office, man. I got like, oh crap. I got more casualties. Those guys are taking a beating, man. It's cold in my office, man. I still got the AC in the window, and I keep thinking, I'm like, should I take it out, or should I put it, like, should I just put a, like, a blanket over the window or something like that? Kind of lazy to take it out. Because all the freaking, you know, I put a, like, a whole mesh of, like, what do you call it, duct tape all over, and I'm like, oh, man, it's going to be a nightmare taking this duct tape off. Alright, Axis defensive fire. We're definitely... Oh, he's hitting me with mortars. That's why. Oh, jeez. Is this like a house? I'm assuming it's a building. There goes Hans. I was gonna say, I said there goes Hans. No, there goes the Russians. Alright, so I took care of them. I'm gonna have him turn this side. Along with this tank, we're gonna pummel their left flank here, while these guys kind of angle this way and support the attack here. Axis turn. Command phase. Alright, so what we're gonna do first, because y'all pissed. Oh, I can't go up. That's weird. What the heck is... Yeah, there's a little bit of a bug. It's kind of freaky a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna hit them here and here. I think he has, yeah. He has mortars. I'm gonna definitely hit the mortars first. Oh, that's funny. But you know what would be kind of cool? Like if the texture changed after that. You know, like it made like a pothole or something, you know? And I wonder if it's so far away. Oh, you guys suck. If it's so, like if it's closer, if you say, all right, hit here, and because they're closer to the nearest German unit, it'll actually hit. I wonder if that's actually a factor. I just wasted 2 of them, though. Bilbo says, I think it's a good tactic in this is to outrange enemy units with armor. Ah, good idea. That's probably why I'm just gonna keep him right here. This guy may be like right here. I don't want to get them too far. But I also have to keep them moving a little bit because mortars will probably, I'm assuming they'll zero in. You know, if I stay in one spot too long, like the probability of them actually hitting, I'm thinking. I gotta read the rules. All right, so for the fire phase. All right. All right, now I'm gonna have him move up. Run! Casualties. Oh wow, none? Wow. Okay, good. Ugh. Hans. Ugh. I got 2 casualties out of that. That's okay. Allied defensive fire phase. All right, Axis assault. Did I go through the fire phase already? I'm trying to remember. Take them. Nice. I took 3 casualties though. Jeez. Not many guys left. But I'm doing it, right? That's the trick. I do wish there was like, you know, instead of the phases, there would just be like the attacker turn and then the defender turn. Similar to like a John Tiller game, you know? Because I'm trying to figure out which... I know there's command phase first, and then there's the... Is it fire phase next? Or is it a fire phase, then movement phase? Oh, out in the open. I'm going to take... Oh, okay. You would think I would take some casualties on that one. Casualties. The other cool thing that I wish this game had is like because you know we have, I don't know what kind of tanks these are. These are stud Gs, so they have some kind of I forgot what kind of millimeter gun they have, but like that you can actually obliterate the building and kill everybody inside. Because I mean, obviously, HE rounds or even armor piercing rounds can rip apart the building. Oh, I'm missing some chats. Okay, let me pop this out so I can read it easier. Pop the chat out. There we go. Okay. I got two computers, so. Bilko says, I think it's a good tactic. We talked about that. I would like to try the tournaments in this on Slytherin, maybe when I get a bit better. I forgot what tournaments they're doing now. I do want to get. I think they're doing a Panzer Corps tournament. I was really seriously thinking about doing that, but you have to have like some time open, and I get to play games maybe like once a week. Jack Dempsey says phases similar to ASL phases. Okay. He also says, are the Soviets now available for this game? Yeah, I believe I could choose the Soviets or the Germans. It's interesting they're doing a challenge for that. I wonder what the reward is. Free games. That's what I would take. If they had a choice, like if I won a tournament and they were like, do you want money or free games? I'm like, free games. Are you kidding me? Forget about it. Defensive fire. And if they're like, you could choose 2 free games, I'd be like, okay, it's not going to be games that I want. It's going to be the games that are most expensive that I want. Kind of like War in the East. So like, yeah, I wanted, you know, this game that's $40, but I'm definitely going War in the East because it's $80. Which reminds me, I gotta get back into War in the East. Rally. Okay, now it works. The bug is gone. That's weird, bug. Command phase. All right, I have one more of this, and I'm gonna use it on blah 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 here. I want to see if that's actually gonna hit because my guys are closer. Yeah, I think that actually has an effect. If you choose on the other side of the map, they're more likely not to actually get it. That's actually cool. I like that the developers did that. Fire phase. Okay, so I'm gonna have these guys fire. Am I out of ammo? I don't think so. I guess because that's blocking it. So we're not going to move those guys. Yeah, I had a feeling. Nice. Nice. Alright, move phase. Pin down. It's okay. It's okay. We got one casualty. That's okay. We're gonna fix that right now. Bombard the crap out of them. I know they're in. do like the animation, though. It's a nice animation. Axis assault phase. Alright. How many of them are there? Ooh, how bad are, how many are we? Ay, mama. I don't think we should do it. No. Damn, they took too many losses. Yeah, definitely. Take them, boys. They're done. Oh, I lost 3. Seriously, daggone. You might as well hit my troops. Not you see, it's not working. Oh crap! 2 casualties. Daggone, man, they're taking heavy losses just staying in that building. Yeah. All right. Oh, nice. That's always good. Alright. We're so close now. I'm just gonna obliterate them. Come on. Come on, Donnie. Definitely probably have to move one of the tanks back here. These guys are a pain in the ass. How many are you here? 1 guy. And I'm out of planes. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Alright, fire phase. Let's do it. Let's do it to it, General. Keep firing. Pinned. I'm gonna move this guy back just to deal with him. I don't want this craziness. Fire. Inter-room fighting. Okay. In the open. Ay, mama. How bad? Oh crap! I lost my whole squad. Jeez. How about you? He still has most of his squad. So this guy is literally... Kleinhert's squad is KIA. Pretty much. I got 1 guy here for Lehman. So the commander of the squad's here. And a few of his troops are here. Jeez. Oh, that's horrible. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Daggone. Bilko says, love Slithering Matrix games, playing them badly for years. Started with Steel Panthers, hooked over since. Do you stream on Twitch? I do not stream on Twitch. I had some. I like streaming on YouTube because I use YouTube all the time. Um, Twitch, I did like a software that they have where you can stream to like a server, and that server then pushes it out to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, everything. But it became a pain in the ass because it was like I had to. I like making screen art. Well, I try to make screen art. And you can't really do it like for Twitch and stuff like that. Um, it only, I think, and I couldn't post the screen art. Like I would have to make screen art just for YouTube, then go on Twitch and then post it there. So it required like too much like setup time, and I was just like, I'm not doing this. And you had to pay like $10 or $20 a month, and it was just not worth it. I was getting like maybe one person watching on Twitch, and yeah, it's like building an audience from being like scratch, and it's just nah. I'm on YouTube, and I like YouTube, and yeah. Where am I in the move phase? Okay. I heard Twitch is becoming really weird too. I was watching this documentary. They were talking about like they were following this girl who does weird stuff. Like she like goes in like a pool, like almost like a baby pool, like in her bedroom, and she plays with like inflated, things, toys, whatever. Um, like I don't know, beach ball, whatever, things like that, and like people, like she gets million views or something, like active viewers, and it's just like, and she really doesn't do. She just talks about her day. She's like, yeah, so I went to 7-Eleven today, and I got. I'm like, man, like, and you know why they're all watching? It's just, just I don't know. To me, it's okay. Oh, the bug is back. Yeah, I only watch. If I do watch Twitch, I only watch like Matrix. Maybe some people playing war games or things like that. But mainly like YouTube. I'm watching documentaries. Some video like Angry Joe show kind of thing like that. So let's see. How many troops you got left? He has enough, I think. Let's take him. You're the only one left, right? Yeah. Okay. Rally. One casualty taken. Yeah. Oh, shit! Out in the open. That was stupid of me. He lost a lot of troops on that one. A lot. Defensive fire. Shoot, I should have had him pinned before I moved those guys. Come on, Stub G. I wish you could change the direction of it. I don't know if that has any effect. Oh, nice. Okay, good. It's always good. Not many of you left. Ah! Probably because I didn't take the victory points. Ah. Yeah, I was running out of time. I was focusing on killing the enemy. Oh, there's a multiplayer. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, so what do I think of the game? It takes some getting used to. I would say the learning curve is more than other games. Um, I know the Stalingrad is $9.99. I wonder how much the regular game is. Store page. Okay, and the regular game is $20. And I know you do get a bunch of scenarios. Oh, they got a scenario editor too. So yeah, I mean it's really good. I would say it's people that really love board games because it kind of mirrors that board game feel. As I'm playing it, that's what I actually kind of feel like I'm getting immersed into. And I do like how they're bringing these like they're bringing board games to the computer, you know, because we have a lot of computer games, and what I mean by that is like how do I say, like why am I blanking out on this? Like, so for example, like we have John Tiller games, right? That's more of a computer game than a board game. This has board game rules. This is basically like taking an actual board game and throwing it on the computer. So this would be perfect for like my friend Bob, who loves playing board games. But obviously we're in a pandemic, so we don't have a lot of time to play board games. And so this would be something like that I would really love to play with him because he really loves board games. I'm actually thinking about talking to him about doing that now that I'm thinking about that. But yeah, it's a really good cost $20 for the game and then $10 for the DLC. You get a whole bunch of scenarios, and then of course the scenario editor. I think the scenario editor is key, because like you can make your own scenarios, and I feel like that gives you a lot of replayability. One really interesting thing about it is like so there's Armored Brigade, which is a game I really love. That's another good example of being a computer game, not a board game. But people have used the scenario editor and they made a World War II game out of it. It's freaking crazy. And it's free. You can download it. And that's what I love about Slytherin and Matrix. Is like you buy the game, it's 40. I don't think I've... Generally, Slytherin and Matrix games are like $40. And I really love the fact that every game comes with a scenario editor, and once you're done with the game, right, you can just go to the fan support forums and find this like, well, here we have a mod and 30 scenarios of World War II, and you're like, and how much do I have to pay? No, it's free. Oh, okay, cool. I freaking love that. I think that's one of the most awesome things about Slytherin, Matrix, and the community. But yeah, if you're definitely into board games, but you want to play them on the computer, this is for you. One thing that I'm hoping that Slytherin does, actually they've done it already. I don't know why I said that, but I've been trying to get my buddy into this. Where is it? He is a huge World in Flames guy. He's huge into World in Flames. He has like the first one that he bought, I think in the 70s or 80s. Then the revised one, and I think the second revised one. And he just spent I think $300-400 on the collector's edition or something like that. And the game is freaking amazing, and it's huge and it's long. It takes, like he tells me, it would take 2-3 years for us to like finish a game. And from every time he describes it, I'm like, I've got to play this game. But again, pandemic, right? And I've been trying to get him to play this game, virtually, because they have the PBM system. And yeah, I've been trying to do that. But he was telling me like he has to get used to it because a lot of not a lot, but it's different because like he knows all the rules in his head, so he has to get used to the UI and stuff like that. So he was telling me he has to go over it before we can start playing. But the cool thing about this is, like when we played in his apartment, right? He was like, all right, do we do that phase first? He's like, let me, and he would have to sit down and go through the book real quick every so often because like there's so many rules. This has to go first. Does this does this phase go last? And so it goes through that like whole thing. And the fact that this is all computerized, you don't actually have to like take out the book and say, all right, is it a movement phase or is the air phase now, or with the air phase can I do a escort? Things like that. With the computer game, you don't have to worry about that because it kind of already makes that decision for you. But the one thing I wish they would do in this is they would make an AI. This doesn't come with an AI, and he was telling me about that, and I was like, because I would love to play it myself. Let me go over some of the... Bilko says, "Are you ex-military? I expect a lot of strategy games. Strategy gamers are." Yeah, I did CBRN kind of stuff. So 74 Delta. So like chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, high-yield explosive decon. So I did that for like almost a decade, I would say, with the New York National Guard, augmented their unit. Yeah, it was really great. It was really great. We had some really amazing training, and it was really important mission. I remember because like when I got into that MOS and we started training for it. I realized like how important it was. This was like prior. This is post 9/11, where Al Qaeda was like serious. Like dirty bombs were like a real clear and present danger kind of thing, and local and state and city resources don't have enough. So like if there was a dirty bomb that went off in Manhattan or something like that, they didn't have the resources to deal with mass decontamination and dealing with something like that. So they created SURF-P and CST teams throughout the country, and thankfully nothing ever happened because we eliminated Al Qaeda. I mean, for the most part. But what's really interesting is like I left the unit when I went down to Virginia. I left the guard because I was coming down to Virginia, and what was I gonna say? What's really interesting though is like when the pandemic started, all the SURF-P teams were activated and actually sent to the hospitals to teach hospitals on how to deal with like biological threats, obviously like the coronavirus. And it was interesting because like I was working at an IT facility that dealt with it was an IT whatever position I was working for. It was like a level 2 IT position at a retirement home, and so they had like experts come in and to fight the virus. And so I told like my boss, I'm like, some of the freaking ideas that these guys had were some of the stupidest and dumbest things. Like these people got paid good money and they were dumb as dog shit. Like no offense, but like their idea to stop coronavirus at the office was to put shower curtains around office stations. And I just started laughing, and they were like, we're gonna make these big, but they're gonna be tall things. And I'm like, listen, I'm a biological specialist. This is not gonna do anything. It's like, well, this is gonna allow us to work without masks. I'm like, it's not gonna work. I'm telling you, it's not gonna. And they're like, okay. And then they were kind of like, Pat. I'm like, listen, I'm telling you right now, this is not going to work. Okay, like I'm telling you right now, don't do shower curtains. And so they did. They did some of the stupidest things that like they don't understand biological viruses. They don't understand like we in the army got trained for it, right? Like I remember one time we were going through post decontamination, right? Like U.S. First Army was watching us as we were doing like our certification. Um, and I remember like before we did the certification, we had like the day before where like the we had Air Force instructors and Army instructors, but Air Force was there. And I remember doing something like the day before where I forgot what I did, but I I remember like I was in my like self decontamination booth, and I was about to like step out, and I was trying to pull like my hand, I think, off the glove or something like that, and they were like, no, 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 no. I'm like, what? I was like, your hand is gonna touch the rubber, the rubber glove, right? What do you think is gonna happen? I'm like, oh, then I'm gonna get this contaminated. It's like, yeah. So what you need to do is find a way to get the rubber glove off without actually touching it with your physical hand. So like things like that, and they kind of drilled that into you, like don't like what gets contaminated, how to take certain things off, like how to actually take off an entire suit without actually physically touching it with your bare hands. Like they really went into some detail, and I really loved just that MOS because it got you thinking about a lot of stuff about radiation, alpha, beta, gamma, X-ray radiation. Um, but when I left that facility, the whatever the retirement home for the IT thing, I have a better company now that has a lot better benefits. The I was telling them, I was like, listen, if you guys want, we can because like what you guys are doing is wrong in terms of like keeping people healthy and dangerous. I can sit down on your COVID board and we can go over everything, and I can tell you the things that work and don't work, and I'm telling you, I'm giving you this for free. Like my unit is going into hospitals and teaching people. I'm willing to give you this feedback because you're going to kill people with what you're doing. Like seriously. Like they would do stupid things, like they had a family visitation room, and so oh my gosh, it was so stupid. So they had a plexiglass, like a shower, not plexiglass, a shower curtain between the family, right, and the retirement person, right, and so when they were allowed to take their masks off, right, so the family would the retirement person would go in, the family would go in after, right, and they would talk and stuff like that, and so they were like, okay, we're done. And so the family would leave, and then the retirement person would go through the room, through the same, and there was only one door, and it would go through the door. And I'm like, do you guys not see, like, how bad that is? And they were like, what's wrong with that? And I'm like, did you realize, like, when we talk that, like, water comes out, or our saliva stays in the air, right? So when they leave, right, and the retirement person goes through, right, she's literally walking in and breathing all that virus into her system. And they're like, what? Like, for you to actually say what? You're really scaring me. Anyway, I'm just gonna... Yeah, Bilga, shower curtains. I was just like, oh my gosh, like... And, I was always telling them, like, listen, you gotta, like, if you touch a doorknob, right, use the hand sanitizer right after. It's like, you don't have to use hand sanitizer that much. I'm like, yes, you do. Because a lot of people touch their face. I remember my Air Force instructor said, like, touch their face like 1,000 times a day? I forgot. This was like 15 years ago. But believe it or not, when she said that, I was like, people touch their face like 1,000 times a day. And I'm like, I don't think so. And then we just started kind of like realizing we do touch our face a lot. And especially like covering our face. Like think about how many times like you put your hand near your mouth, or under your nose, or just like rubbing your eyes and stuff like that, right? All that stuff has viral particles in there. And then you do that, and then you go and you open up a door. Those viral particles now on the doorknob. And then when you go and you open up that door, right, you're getting the viral particles on your hand, and then you're going to later touch your face. You know, like that's how you got to think with viruses and such, or radiation, right? Like they did not comprehend, and they didn't ask for like experts, even though like I'm saying like, anyway, it was just, yeah, but it was just funny. I mean, not funny. It's just funny thinking about how just horrible it was. But yeah, this is a game that I really want to play. But yeah, I wish they had like a. Maybe I'll check their forums, because they have a forum where they can do stuff like that. But overall, guys, yeah, I mean, this is it's. I always tell people, like, if you're ever looking for a really good game that has long-term benefits, like that you'd be playing for a decade out, it's Matrix games. So Yobo War Games going part of being published by Matrix Games and Slytherin. I'm like all for, like, because one interesting thing that I was just talking to, if you guys watched my recent podcast and developer dialogue, Combat Mission Black Sea. No, it's not Black Sea. It was Combat Mission Cold War, right? They released that game with the PBEM Plus Slytherin engine. And if you guys are not familiar with the PBEM Plus engine, it's really awesome because it allows you to, you don't have to like email, right? With Combat Mission, you have to email your turn. So like you would do one turn, save the game, email it to your buddy, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do that with the with the PBM Plus Slytherin engine. You can literally just go online, do your turn, and Slytherin's thing takes care of it, sends the turn over to your buddy. So Combat Mission Cold War was got that new engine, and now they're going to backtrack that with Combat Mission Shock Force 2, Combat Mission Black Sea. So this is why I love Slytherin Matrix games. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. I gotta figure out which games I'm gonna play next.